Evening everybody, and a very warm welcome to Berringer. And today is just a short top up from yesterday's video on general knowledge. It's just a few extra pieces that have been done, so I just thought I'd just share them with you. It won't be very long, so we'll just get straight to it. So here we are over at Moorwood Station, and just a few odd bits and pieces have been done. And I also wanted to answer a question by Barnabas Junction, who'd asked me about my mod rocking and wanted to know how many layers I'd put on this. I put 2 layers on, but in saying that, if you don't have, or you've run out of mod rock, another good way around it is just brush some PVA around it. Just put some PVA all over it, and then when it will dry solid. So that's another way around it. But just as far as what I've been up to, I made some rocks, and basically I've started putting them on the layout. So there's one there, just some outcroppings. There's one just down there, and then there's another one on the edge there. And I'm going to be putting some more, because this end is a bit bare. They're just randomly placed, they're not put in any particular order. So I just wanted to do a similar, forgive the trees here. Basically I wanted to do a similar thing that I've got going on here and here and here, and sort of basically carry this theme on with these finely foliage onto this bit here. So basically carry it all on, and then up the incline I'll have a fence going all the way up. So basically just to give it a more rural and more overgrown feel about it. So that's pretty much all I've done. So I've just used the rock moulds to make these, and then I've attached it with some regular filler, and then filled it in with some regular filler just to blend it in so you don't see all the gaps. And that's pretty much how I did the whole of this rock face. So it's a similar sort of thing. So our next place to visit is the Filiard 2. So here we are at Filiard 2, which is based in the kitchen, and the main bit that you'll see is coming up. I've done the fascia board all the way along, and I've painted it all up, so it's all like in this Freightliner green. So I went to Homebase this morning, got them to mix me up some paint, and I believe it's called, for those of you that are interested in it, it's a tester pot, and it's called Woodland Fern 1, I think was the actual colour. So if any of you need me to just double check that, I'm more than happy to. But basically as soon as I saw the colour I thought, yeah, that's definitely the right green. Also, as you can probably see, I've put 2 bars in. We've got a red bar on the left and the orange bar on the right. The red bar is the stop bar, and I'm going to be painting another one of those on the other side, and then the orange bar will be the uncoupling and isolating bar, and that's just basically to help me when running trains, especially when Volma goes on top. It becomes a bit more trickier to see where I'll just by eyesight align where everything is. So it's good to know by having these bars. It's just a good reference, just to sort of, they're just used as markers basically. So what happens is obviously you've got the head shunts. What I did is I used my longest loco, and that was my class 70, followed by a 3-way point, which I didn't have, but what I did have was a 2-way point, which was the same. So I used that as a guide, and then basically I worked my way backwards to over here, and then I worked out that this point here was the safest place to sort of stop the locos and basically run around the train without knocking and scuffing any locos that are on the line beside it. And obviously this has also been taken into consideration. The gap between there and there is about just over a loco, so it gives a chance to uncouple, move away from the coach in this instance, and just move it up a bit just to get it out of the way. So basically when you come to attach at the other end, if you knock it and reverse it to get a good contact on it, you've still got plenty of space without coupling into another train here if there should be one. So that's basically it. I'm really pleased with it actually. It's come out really well. The green's come out really nicely. This curve has come out really well because it's basically hidden the bit underneath that was here, and it's just tidied it up and married it up and finished it off really nice. So I'm really pleased with that. This is just plywood. It's 3.6mm, so it's basically the thinnest one that you could get, and it's very flexible. I was going to use some strip wood and stuff like that, but that didn't seem very flexible. So, and I've used this in the past to do the fascias over at Berringer station itself and around the main layout. But as you can see now, it's all coming together and it's all looking more and more finished. So I'm almost ready to virtually put the track down. And like I said, I'll probably have to put another stop bar along here somewhere to work out how far back the trains need to go before again they start scuffing on trains alongside it on the approach to the points that sort of fan out into this section. So once I do that, once I've worked out that, then I can paint the other bar in, and then we'll have a good starting point. So we're getting there. So that's about it. It's a lot shorter this time round. So thanks for watching. Please feel free to comment and subscribe, and I will get back to you as soon as I have more to tell you. So bye for now.